are all doing well and that you guys are still getting some time to go outside and play in between distance learning. I just wanted to say that I miss seeing you all and I wish we could be in class in person. Today we finished because of Winn-Dixie, and now we are going to be reading Mummies in the Morning. It's a Magic Treehouse book, but first, check out this meme that I made for you. So this is Magic Treehouse book number 3 by Mary Pope Osborne. I want you guys to take a pause and pause this video and make a prediction. What do you think this book, Mummies in the Morning, is going to be about? Pause this video and say a prediction out loud or think it in your head. So the back of the book says, Jack and Annie don't need another mummy, but that's what they get when the magic treehouse whisks them back to ancient Egypt. There they meet a long-dead queen who needs their help. Will Jack and Annie be able to solve the puzzle, or will they end up as mummies themselves? Number 1. Meow. It's still here, said Jack. It looks empty, said Annie. Jack and his 7-year-old sister gazed up at a very tall oak tree. At the top of the tree was a treehouse. Late morning sunlight lit the woods. It was almost time for lunch. Shh, said Jack. What was that noise? What noise? I heard a noise, Jack said. He looked around. It sounded like someone coughing. I didn't hear anything, said Annie. Come on, let's go up. She grabbed onto the rope ladder and started climbing. Jack tiptoed over to a clump of bushes. He pulled aside a small branch. Hello, he said. Anybody there? There was no answer. Come on, Annie called down. The treehouse looks the same as it did yesterday. Jack still felt that someone was nearby. Could it be the person who'd put all the books in the treehouse? Jack! Jack gazed over the top of the bushes. Was the mysterious person watching him now? The person whose name began with M? Maybe M wanted the gold medallion back, the one Jack had found on their dinosaur adventure. Maybe M wanted the leather bookmark back, the one from the castle book. There was an M on the medallion and an M on the bookmark. But what did M stand for? Tomorrow, I'll bring everything back, Jack said loudly. A breeze swept through the woods. The leaves rattled. Come on, called Annie. Jack went back to the big oak tree. He grabbed onto the rope ladder and climbed up. At the top, he crawled through a hole in the wooden floor. He tossed down his backpack and pushed his glasses into place. Which book is it going to be today, said Annie. She was looking at the books scattered around the treehouse. Annie picked up the book about castles. Hey, this isn't wet anymore, she said. Let me see. Jack took the book from her. He was amazed. It looked fine. Yesterday had gotten soaked in a castle moat. The castle book had taken Jack and Annie back to the time of knights. Jack silently thanked the mysterious knight who had rescued them. Watch out, warned Annie. She waved a dinosaur book in Jack's face. Put that away, said Jack. The day before yesterday, the dinosaur book had taken them to the time of dinosaurs. Jack silently thanked the Pteranodon who had saved him from a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Annie put the dinosaur book back with the other books. Then she gasped. Wow, she whispered. Look at this. She held up a book about ancient Egypt. Jack caught his breath. He took the book from her. A green silk bookmark stuck out of it. Jack turned the page with the bookmark. There was a picture of a pyramid. Going toward the pyramid was a long parade. 4 huge cows with horns were pulling a sled. On the sled was a long gold box. Many Egyptians were walking behind the sled. At the end of the parade was a sleek black cat. Let's go there, whispered Annie. Now. Wait, said Jack. He wanted to study the book a bit more. Pyramids, Jack, said Annie. You love pyramids. It was true. Pyramids were high on his list of favorite things. After knights, but before dinosaurs. Way before dinosaurs. He didn't have to worry about being eaten by a pyramid. Okay, he said, but hold the Pennsylvania book, in case you want to come right back here. Annie found the book with a picture of their hometown in it, Frog Creek, Pennsylvania. Then Jack pointed to the pyramid picture in the Egypt book. He cleared his throat and said, I wish we could go to this place. Meow! What was that? Jack looked out the treehouse window. A black cat was perched on a branch. Right outside the window, The cat was staring at Jack and Annie. It was the strangest cat Jack had ever seen. He was very sleek and dark, with bright yellow eyes and a white gold collar. "It's the cat in the Egypt book," whispered Annie. Just then the wind started to blow. The leaves began to shake. "Here we go!" cried Annie. The wind whistled louder. The leaves shook harder. Jack closed his eyes as the treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster and faster. Suddenly everything was still. Absolutely still. Not a sound. Not a whisper. Jack opened his eyes. Hot, bright sunlight nearly blinded him. Meow! So in chapter 1, they're talking about different adventures that they went on. They talked about dinosaurs and they talk about a castle with knights. So those were different adventures that they must have gone on in, I'm assuming, books 1 and 2, because this is book 3. So I'm going to guess dinosaurs was one book and knights was another book. I don't know which order it was in, but now we know in book 3 they're going to Egypt. And there's a cat that they see. So I have created Google Forms questions about chapter 1. I want you guys to fill those out, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.